What's up, everybody? This is Jose with Oakland Latinos United, aka Oakland Latinos Unidos, the voice of the Latino community in the Bay Area, California, YouTube, and beyond. Well, I'm up here on the top floor of Macy's in San Francisco, Union Square, and the top over here where the Cheesesteak Factory is. You can see that's downtown San Francisco, Union Square. And I'm just chilling out here in downtown San Francisco today, just relaxing, getting away from home. And I wanted to make a new video for you to enjoy. And the video I want to make today is people always ask me, Jose, why is it you don't drink or do drugs or alcohol or any of that? And I always got to tell them the reason I don't do those things is because of life lessons. You know what I mean? So I've been clean and sober and how can you say straight edge for almost 20 years now. And for many years people have asked me, you know, why are you straight edge? Why are you clean? Why don't you do anything? You know what I mean? Why don't you smoke weed? Now, as far as alcohol goes, I haven't drank alcohol since 2006. And before that, it was like 2002. The last time I actually got drunk and fucked up was 2002. And also, the last time I smoked weed was about 3 years ago. And, you know, weed I don't have nothing against. I mean, it's legal. I think weed is more safer and less addicting than alcohol. Alcohol kills people, and it's the reason why I think that there's a reason why alcohol should be more strict to get, because alcohol will fuck you up. But as far as weed goes, you know, I don't have a problem with it, but I just choose not to do it. And, you know, like I said, I've been clean for a long time now, and I'm just going to stay that way. There's no reason for me to be drunk or high all the time or, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? I like being myself, you know? I just like being myself. I like being my normal self. I don't have to hide myself in alcohol or addiction or weed or anything. You know what I mean? A lot of people, unfortunately, out there are very weak-minded. They can't, you know, they can't function without some kind of substance. And you know, especially people that have an addictive personality. You know, I grew up like many of you knew, I grew up in Oakland, and I've lived around the Bay Area, and I've lived in many poor communities, and I grew up poor myself, working class family, and I've seen the results of drugs and alcohol and, you know, that lifestyle. And a lot of times it doesn't lead to anywhere. You know, like I've told you before, my best friend died a year ago because of drug addiction. And, you know, I'm used to it by now. People that make fun of me, they're like, hey, Jose, you don't like to get high, you don't like to get drunk, you're an old man, you're a party pooper. I've heard it all. You're a square. You know, I've heard it all. And I personally don't give a flying fuck what people think about me. Like, you guys know, those of you who know me, they know that I don't seek anybody's validation, nor do I care about anybody's validation. And those of you who don't like me because I don't drink or because I don't get high, fuck you, you know what I mean? That's basically it. Don't hang around me and don't call me and don't come looking for me if that's the way you feel about me, seriously. You know, but I think us as raza, as Chicanos, as people of color, we've basically been bamboozled with drugs and alcohol. You know, the colonizers used it to colonize us. You know, they used alcohol to colonize our indigenous ancestors. You know, they used to use it in England to colonize the Irish and keep them dumb. You know what I mean? And, you know, as far as drugs go, I mean, drugs were flooded into our communities, you know, for us to destroy each other. And that's not a myth or a lie. I mean, it's been proven already through the CIA. You know, look up Gary Webb or Freeway Ricky Ross, and it's the reality, you know what I mean? And not just that, I mean, drug addiction goes beyond race or even class, really. You know, people of all classes and races are addicted to drugs or alcohol, and that's just a reality. You know, the only difference is people from the hood, when they drink their sorrows away on street corners or in small little ghetto bars. People with money, they drink their sorrows away at taverns or high-end bars or clubs. And that's how it is, you know what I mean? But me personally, it's just not for me. And for one, I can't afford a habit like that. You know, I can't afford to have it like that. I don't have money to be supporting alcohol or drugs. And, I've seen people addicted. I've seen people actually addicted to marijuana before. You know what I mean? I've seen people, I call them crackheads for weed. because they act just like a crackhead acts when they don't have weed in their system. And I've met, severe alcoholics. I met people dying from alcoholism. I've met people who are basically can't live without it. I've seen people with alcohol withdrawals. That's some scary shit. That is some scary stuff. I've seen alcohol withdrawals, and I would say by far that's one of the scariest I've seen. I've seen it a few times in my life, and most of the people I've seen that were in alcohol withdrawal were Raza or Native Americans, a lot of them, But, call me what you must. If you want to call me a square because I don't get high with you, if you want to call me a sucker because I don't get drunk with you, if you want to call me a whatever because I want to be straight edge, that's up to you, you know what I mean? Like I said, I don't choose or seek anyone's validation. I don't care what people think about me, you know what I mean? And that's the truth. That's the truth. I could do without it. I don't miss it. I don't plan on getting back on it. You know what I mean? It's bad enough that I already have other problems in my life. I mean, I'm overweight. I'm trying to lose weight. It's hard for me to eat right sometimes, especially being, not always having that kind of money, because healthy food is expensive as fuck. You know what I mean? And, trying to discipline myself to exercise all the time. I like drinking sodas, which is a habit I'm trying to kill as well. Kick as well. I smoke cigarettes once in a while. That's another bad habit I have. But it's not like I'm a daily smoker or nothing like that. It's like once in a while if someone has a cigarette, I might just, smoke one with them. But as far as weed or alcohol, I don't do it. I've never touched crack cocaine. I've never touched cocaine. I've never done crystal meth. I've never done heroin. I've never done none of that shit. And I don't plan to either. You know what I mean? There's a cable caller over there. But yeah, that's just a video I wanted to make, and I just want to let you guys know how I felt about this subject, because it's a subject that affected people around me for sure. People, homies, family members. I've had family members die of alcoholism. I've had homies die of alcoholism and drug addiction. And I've been to those funerals. And I've met people who had problems with drinking and driving, and their lives are ruined because they're drinking and driving and getting caught all the time. If you get caught drinking and driving, after a while they throw your ass in the pen, and that's just the reality. But yeah, that's the reason why this ground man right here does not do drugs. I don't smoke weed. I don't drink alcohol, and I don't miss it, and I don't plan on going back to it. Like I said, I don't know, marijuana, I would have to think about it, maybe, but alcohol for sure is a no-no for me, and that's really the reality of it. And that's really all I have to say. Like I said, I'm up here on the top of Union Square, or the top of Macy's at the Cheesesteak Factory and Union Square. You see downtown San Francisco down there, beautiful views. You see the Nike outlet over there, the Apple outlet, Saks Fifth Ave. The St. Francis Hotel right there, beautiful hotel. Like I tell you fools, the Bay Area always got some beautiful views, man. You guys need to appreciate it more, because this is my home, you know what I mean? I'm from here, so for me, I appreciate it every day that I'm alive and I get to see this, you know what I mean? Seriously, for me, I don't live a miserable existence. Fuck that, I'm a proud Chicano man. But this is Jose with Oakland Latinos United. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and you learned something from it. And I'm not telling you guys what to do. If you want to drink, you want to drink. If you want to smoke weed, you want to smoke weed. If you do hard drugs, I would suggest to really, really, really check yourself on that one. But still, you're the leader of your own destiny. I'm not. I can't tell you what you do, Evidently, at the end of the day, that's for you to decide and you to choose. You know what I mean? But I'm just telling you my story and why I don't do the things that I don't do. You know what I mean? And why I don't do drugs or drink alcohol in particular. It's not for me, and it probably never will be for me. And that's all I have to say. This is Jose with Oakland Latinos United. Talk to you guys later.